Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Elsie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Rayne.
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adelaide.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to Mega Sunday.
Mega Sunday!
Mega. Hear that echo? Mega. On the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast, I am your host, Joe, the Panther the Third. And now from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going? So,
Yeah.
you ready?
You ready, Geek? You want to introduce the guest today? Because I give you the honors.
You give the honors. You do it.
Okay. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the rock star, Rob Bagwell, and Summer Rae, the Fire
Vixen.
The Fire Vixen.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Good, everything's good.
Oh,
Yeah, welcome.
Just over here in England, chilling at the moment.
Awesome. So if our fans aren't familiar with you two, introduce yourselves.
well, I'm the Fiery Vixen.
Fire.
You mispronounced my name, but don't worry about it. Fiery Vixen Summer Rain. And my partner.
I'm the rockstar Rob Bagwell.
And we're currently wrestling for CCW. Colliery Championship Wrestling.
As you can see on the t-shirt behind us.
Yeah. There you go.
Lovely t-shirt. That's a nice shirt. So
It's a nice shirt, yeah. We wear it with pride.
of
Yeah.
course. Always indie promotions, you really should have a logo.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah,
You have to have a
100%.
logo that's very distinguished, so people see it and they have to go on their phone immediately and go, "Oh yeah, that place,
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah.
There's a lot of indie promotion have a logo that's just like
Generic and boring.
Yeah, as you can see, we're joined by the little furry creature here.
Yeah.
Who wants 5 minutes of fame as well.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kitty is officially on
Yeah.
everywhere.
Hashtag Esther.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of people in the chat right now, so I just want
Great.
to give everybody that's in the
Oh, no,
chat.
she's gone. Yeah, she's gone now.
Please give our guest a big follow and give the Dudes at Ringside a follow as well. So they
Yeah, give
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, that
guys.
would be great.
give them all a follow. It's nice to follow for follow, even though that's
Yeah, too right.
even though you do that on TikTok, you'll get yourself in trouble for follow.
We don't use TikTok. It's all right. Don't worry.
All right.
We're more Instagrammers.
So, who trained you two?
You wanna
You
go?
go first.
Well, I was trained by All-Star Dean Ormark, and he's one of the best in England. And I've been training with him since I was 13. And I'm 24 now, and he's taught me everything I need to know. And also one-on-ones with Marty Jones as well at Squared Circle.
Okay.
Yeah, I started training about 20 years ago. On and off through moving abroad. I moved countries from time to time. I started training with Hammerlock Wrestling School.
Wow.
That was back in 2001. Then I moved to Malta, which is a little island just off the coast of Italy. Don't know if you've heard of it. And I started training there with Pro Wrestling Malta with Johnny Valletta, who is actually a All Japan Pro Wrestling star. He's been all over the world, really. Then when I moved back to the UK, I started training again with the Squared Circle Wrestling Academy and former 7-time World of Sport champion Marty Jones.
Wow.
Now we wrestle with CCW, which is Colliery Championship Wrestling.
And we've never looked back since.
Someone in the chat wants to know, what's the tattoo on your back?
Which one? Because we've both got tattoos on our back.
There we go.
So who?
To who is that's the question? There you go.
Exactly.
I have about 4 tattoos. I have. If we want to go over tattoos, what each one of you like? What's the tattoo on your back?
Well,
you go first.
Mine's the symbol for eternal life. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but if you can see it.
Oh wow, that's a nice tattoo.
Yeah, I got that when I was 19, and yeah, it's kind of what I stand for. Like, you know, everyone's got a bit of eternal life in them, regardless whether it's like within a plant or like I'm a bit spiritual like that, so to speak, if that makes any sense. And yours?
I've got quite a few actually. Yeah. So I've got an NWO tattoo on the base of my spine.
Wow.
Across the top of my shoulders, I've got a big tribal design. I'm not going to show you because I'm not going to take my t-shirt off now, but I do have quite a few. I think in total, I've got like 18 or 19 tattoos.
Wow.
Well, I've got 13 so far.
Working on getting another one. I was gonna get one of my grandfather's mask on my here, so I can always look at his mask and.
Definitely, go for it.
Yeah,
I would.
I had another one planned, like to do in the next couple of weeks, but it's getting around to doing it with wrestling and everything. You know.
Yeah.
It's not easy getting a tattoo and being a wrestler at the same time.
Yeah, because then you can't get slammed around. You're like gonna be like.
No, not really. No.
Yeah, it's not going to be great.
Unless you just take side bumps.
Yeah, and then it's a little bit. You know, it's a bit hard just to take side bumps anyway.
Yeah, but then you look like a dying fish.
Well, yeah. Silly salmon.
Angelo More in the ring.
Summer, who has been the best person to wrestle in this CCW?
The best person so far has to be Rayne. Yes, she's got the same name as me, but it's just Rayne. She's a barely opponent, and unfortunately, I lost my championship to her. But she's easy to work with, and because I'm a little bit smaller in height, she like works around that because she's so used to working with taller people. She was able to adapt for like my size, and I wouldn't have a bad word to say about it really because I've just enjoyed wrestling with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's been on the podcast before too. So
has she? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
yeah, no, that's the best person so far.
Yeah.
So what was like your guys' first match like in front of a crowd? Like what was it like wrestling? What were your feelings like?
It's a little bit nerve-wracking to be honest. I mean, you sat backstage and you know who you're going up against, but you don't know what to expect from the crowd. You don't know if the crowd is going to accept you for like the gimmick that you're portraying or anything.
Yeah.
But the second you get through the curtain, you know, and the crowd is there and they're shouting for you, they're booing you if you're a heel. It makes all the difference, you know. The nerves go away. As soon as you get in the ring, you know you're there to do a job, and that's it.
And then you just come out in a big buzz, then, don't you?
Exactly, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a bit nerve-wracking. Well, the first time I wrestled, you know, I was only 16 for a different promotion, and I was absolutely bricking it because I was going up against this lady who had like a voodoo gimmick, and I've never seen her before in my life, and I got my backside handed to me quite a lot, but it was a really good experience. Like try and get like, you know, like a feel for the crowd and like how they got behind me because I was small and little, and like they felt sorry for me because I was like the face and she was the heel, and yeah, it was just crazy. But now it's a doddle. Like I can literally like stand behind the curtain and be like proper bouncing. Like, oh my god, I'm actually going out now. Like I'm proper bouncing. So it gets a lot easier every now and like every time you like, you know, have a new opponent and stuff, and it just gets a lot easier.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, we know what to expect from the crowd now. I mean, at CCW, we're quite popular. I mean, I know when I go out there, as soon as I start like the foot stomp, I've got the entire crowd singing "We Will Rock You."
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
You know,
insane.
It's part. I mean, it's part of what we love about it. You know, the fan interaction.
Yeah.
Whether you face or heel, I mean, it doesn't make a difference. The fan interaction has to be there.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
They're the most important parts of the business, really.
Yeah.
That's what you want, because you want a good reaction, like whether it's
of course,
a heel reaction or a face reaction, it's still a reaction. The thing you don't want is those crickets.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
part,
yeah.
Because
that's what you don't want that, and you don't want, you know, when you do a big move, and the crowd's gone silent from it. You know, you want the big moves to pop the most. You want the crowd to pop the most with the big moves.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
So I don't do that many high flying stuff. But I know that if I have a move I do, which is like, you know, the Tajiri handspring, where he handsprings off the ropes.
Yes.
He comes back with a back elbow. I've adapted it into an RKO.
Oh wow.
So I do the handspring off the ropes into an RKO. And I know every single time I'm going to do that,
it gets the biggest.
The crowd is going to pop. The crowd's going to go crazy.
If you have a clip of that, send it to us later. We'll happily post that on our Instagram page.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we'll do.
We'll do.
If you come to America and you do that, I think American fans are just
the New York fan base would freak out. They
probably
fall in love with you, dude. You know?
Yeah. Well, I've actually met Tajiri as well. I did a seminar with Tajiri, and I wrestled on the same show as him as well. And unfortunately, I couldn't do that move on that show. Obviously, you know, you've got Tajiri there. It's his move. You're not going to do.
Well, you get nervous.
You're not going to do a Tajiri move in front of Tajiri himself. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, I get it. I mean, you don't want it to be like awkward for him.
You don't want to inadvertently screw it up into someone who's just literally invented it. It is. Well, yeah, nerve-wracking.
It is, and the thing is, you don't want to be marking out in front of the guy who actually invented the move. So
exactly.
Yeah, totally. Hey, Vinny, what's up, man? How you doing?
So wait, I was gonna say, who are some of your favorite wrestlers? You'd say today.
Well, I don't really have that many, like now, but like in like WWF time, it was more like the China and and Lita, and like for me, I try and combine myself with a little bit of Lita, and like nowadays it's always been like like the AJ Lee and like Alexa Bliss, like all the small all the smaller ladies in the wrestling industry. Like I've always gravitated towards, and yeah, it's just I just like how Alexa Bliss is like small and feisty, just like myself, and like it's a lot easier to like not mimic her moves, but like make them to fit to make them fit me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was always like I used to be a massive fan of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, I think the first WrestleMania I actually saw was WrestleMania 9. Now, I had watched wrestling for quite a long time before that, but it was difficult to get, the pay-per-views in the UK.
Yeah.
So I watched WrestleMania 9, where Bret Hart wrestled against Yokozuna.
That was amazing.
I mean, I instantly fell in love with his style. He was such a great technical wrestler. Now there's the likes of Daniel Bryan, who I would say, if those two were to have both in their prime, if they were to have like a one-on-one match,
that would have been
it would be absolutely amazing.
So one of your guys' favorites, like?
Yeah, my favorites right now, Triple H, Okada's one of my favorites. Brian Danielson, Kurt Angle, those guys are my AJ Styles, those guys on my.
I always go after like the lucha guys. I go after like Rey Mysterio is my all-time favorite like masked wrestler next to my grandfather. But
of course, yeah.
I actually got a chance to meet Rey Mysterio, and like,
cool.
This is the most humble, sweetest guy you ever meet. We talked about 10-15 minutes about being the little guy in every situation and never let that get to your head and just
No, of course.
Be you
Amazing.
and always think of yourself as the bigger guy. And I'm just like,
yeah, definitely, you have to. I mean,
I'm like this.
Doing little head nods, yeah.
I used to love watching. I used to love watching Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero
as well.
I mean,
yeah.
With Rey and Juventud, I was absolutely amazed that these guys can just fly around like all over the place. You know,
Got a care in the world, really.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
Rob, what's your loudest and best match at CCW?
To be honest, I would say it would have been the Christmas show in December. That was at the Glebe Center, which we actually got another show there this month.
Yeah.
That was against Hammerhead Smith. It was a really good match. I mean, he was a really good opponent.
But it was like a rock concert, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it turned like, you know, Hammerhead was the big heel. They hated him.
Yeah, definitely.
Which helped me a lot because they really enjoyed what I could do. I started the foot stomp, you know, the We Will Rock You foot stomp.
Mm-hmm.
And they just couldn't stop.
Literally, I had the entire crowd singing We Will Rock You. Hammerhead had to get out of the match. He had to get outside the ring, and you know he couldn't stay in the ring with me at that point. But yeah, it was a really good match. It was really loud, and you know, it pumped me up so much.
Yeah, it was a good match though.
Today, actually, I told Geek I was watching a match of yours. The guy was wearing like a purple shirt. I don't know if that was Hammerhead.
That was the Hammerhead. That was Hammerhead.
Yeah, that was Hammerhead.
Yeah, the tie-dye one. Yeah.
That was a great match. You came out, you gave him a kiss, and I think you went back into.
Yeah, I disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew he could handle it himself.
So yeah. What would you say? One of your favorite songs are, like our music bands.
So I mean, I like all types of music really, but I was like crazy. I used to really like Bon Jovi. The main reason being because everybody knows Bon Jovi music.
Yeah.
You know, and in wrestling, if you pick a song that everybody knows, everybody can get behind,
it's a lot easier.
You know, it's a lot easier to get over. It's a lot easier for anyone to get over.
Yeah.
So I picked "It's My Life." Most shows, that's the song I use. When I wrestled Hammerhead, I used the Queen song "Hammer to Fall."
Yeah.
And I mean, it was ironic, really, because I was wrestling Hammerhead Smith.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, my song's completely different. It's like I'm more into like the Black Sabbath, the Iron Maiden, the Metallica, occasionally Slipknot and stuff like that. Like the more heavier stuff. Yeah, because I'm the face of CCW at the minute. I've gone for like a remix highway song. You know, life is a highway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride it on my. You know, like. You know that type of one. It's proper poppy, and the kids absolutely like love it. Like at the last show, I was going around the ring, and literally kids were coming out the seats just to hug me. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting surrounded by all these fans.
Oh Jesus!
And it was crazy, absolutely crazy.
That's a good thing to know that like wrestlers could get like that much of a pop and that much of an embrace from a crowd. Like. Some crowds don't even, as we said before live, some crowds, we said before, you come at the curtain, you think you're going to get like a cheer or a heckle, and all you get is a cricket. Yeah,
I've been to shows like that. I've wrestled on shows like that before. And sometimes, you know, especially when you've got a group of people there that stood at the bar drinking, you know, your crowd are all stood at the bar, or they've all had a drink before your match, and they're more interested in what's going on around them than what's actually going on in the ring. But it's our job then to get them interested.
But with the CCW crowd, we don't have like drinking or anything like that. It's fizzy pop or nothing. So everyone's like watching and actually like loving every single like inch of the show, and it's amazing because when we're behind the curtain waiting for our matches to come off, you can hear the crowd actually like. Oh my god, this crowd is actually like in love with this company.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Well, it's a family run company, and it's a show for families.
Yeah.
I mean, it's built up. Do you want me to explain a little bit about the promotion that we work
Yeah,
for?
go ahead.
So, CCW is Colliery Championship Wrestling. Now, Colliery Championship Wrestling is built around old coal mining towns. So it's in the north of England, and it's built around, for example, if a town has like coal mining, sort of, I don't know how to put it, but like they've done coal mining. If they've had like coal mines in the town, we are trying to aim to go to them places.
To try and keep with the theme.
Try and keep the idea and the heritage alive, really. Try to keep the coal mining heritage alive.
Mm-hmm.
Coal mining heritage, yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hello, Alistair. I noticed you've got
picture. The guy in the pictures, there was somebody paid tribute to a wrestler, and I was reading the comments.
I'm wearing his t-shirt now. I'm wearing a t-shirt in memory of him now.
Yeah, I was reading
Mr.
it.
Carnage.
I forgot what wrestler it was that we were going to have on the podcast. They showed him doing the thing, and someone wrote, "Did Ryback die?" And I'm like,
no, it's not Ryback, not at all.
No, this is actually he was a wrestler on our promotion. He was quite young, and he passed away, unfortunately, just a few weeks ago. He was a good friend of ours. He was basically the heart and soul of CCW, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And his gimmick was like, literally, he'd come out in like his t-shirt and his trunks, and literally he'd like Hulk smash his t-shirt.
Yeah, he was literally the Incredible Hulk of CCW.
He was literally Mr. Carnage, like
backstage, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet.
Yeah.
That's so sad to like that he's so young, like such a young,
That's right,
yeah.
competitor that just so soon.
Like we all pay tribute to him every time we go out.
Yeah.
I mean, from the last show, I actually wore this t-shirt through the whole match, and for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be doing the same.
That's great.
That's cool that you're paying tribute to a fallen wrestler. Like,
yeah.
A lot of times they pay tribute and then they just
sweep it under the rug and forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
He's not going to be forgotten.
No, he'll never be forgotten.
No. You know what I mean? Like they do it, like they did for Eddie. They paid tribute for
some people adapt moves as a fallen wrestler too.
Yeah,
because, you know what I mean. Like this is my favorite wrestler. He's passed away, but I want his legacy to continue for the next couple of generations. So they say, I remember that wrestler. Yeah, that was me. That was my favorite wrestler, and that's for him. So
well, it's like Rey Mysterio and Dominic. They both used the frog splash.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an Eddie Guerrero move. I mean, nobody did it. I mean, regardless of what wrestler you look at, I've seen lots of wrestlers that use the frog splash, but nobody could do it like Eddie Guerrero.
No way.
No,
definitely not.
He does it now too. The guy from what's that group?
There's been different variations of it though.
They are with the cups. They come out with the cups. What's that tag team that's on Raw?
Oh, I know you're talking about.
The Street Profits.
Yes. Did you see how high he goes with that frog splash?
That is amazing.
That is just crazy.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Well, there's another variation right there because he goes mega high.
Yeah.
Whereas Eddie didn't get high, but he had good precision.
Yeah. I was there at the Barclays Center when they won the tag titles. That place erupted. Oh my god! I don't think I've heard a pop that loud in my entire life. That pop was loud at Barclays. You know?
Yeah.
Well, get yourself to a CCW show, and you'll hear the pops.
Okay, that's on the bucket list.
I think we may even get a dudes at ringside chant.
Yeah, you probably would.
You never know.
Probably would.
Especially if you guys set up like next to our guys. Everyone will be buzzing. Trust me.
We're not over yet. We're like the jobbers.
Well, if there's any
British, you're not jobbers. No way.
Definitely not.
If there's any British podcasts watching right now, and you guys knows of them, send them our way. We're doing a podcast month in April.
Yeah,
we will do. Yeah,
definitely.
We actually have Climbing the Top Rope. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yes, I have heard of them. Yeah,
we're having them on the podcast in the middle of April. That should be a fun thing. So
brilliant.
Yeah, is there any American wrestler either for either of you guys that you guys watch on YouTube and you're like, I want to wrestle them?
To be honest, I like to wrestle pretty much everyone really.
Yeah.
There's not one in particular wrestler. I mean, at the moment, there is a guy I really do want a match with, and I'm hoping that James Barras. That's actually our CEO of CCW.
Hey.
Actually, whilst he's online now, Mr. Barras, I'm looking for a match for the 26th of March.
Yep. Breaking news, geek. There you go.
Break the news. Break the news right
happening
now.
on the podcast.
There you
Yeah,
go.
breaking news.
Always
I know the exact person I want to wrestle, but I'll be doing a video on that later.
Okay.
Okay.
So
a little hint right there, an advertisement.
keep an eye out for that.
This happens all the time, guys. We have wrestlers that break news or do some kind of come out at their promotion. They had these people from PPW in Pennsylvania, and they weren't having such a good time with their promotion, and they were kind of getting the stiff end of the stick.
Yeah.
They brought it up on our podcast.
Well, I would love to wrestle Shane
Taylor
O'Mac.
Truth wants to wrestle Shane O'Mac.
It's possible now. It's possible. He's a free
Yeah.
agent. He's a free agent.
He's a free agent now, I think, isn't he?
Come to England, may get some good. You know what? It's funny. I could see Shane O'Mac doing the independent wrestling scene now, even though now
I could see him doing it. Yeah, I mean, he was never really full time in WWE anyway.
No.
So,
But he didn't know how to wrestle when he did.
Oh, yeah, he was a good wrestler.
New stuff. It
he
was
was a good
crazy.
wrestler.
He could be a great heel.
I can see him doing hardcore shows. I don't know.
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shane McMahon and Taylor Truth. Let's get it on. Come on, CCW, bring it on.
Shane McMahon versus Cade. Let's go. Let's get it on.
Oh yeah,
Right
definitely.
on.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So is you get the next question, Geek? I already asked.
All right. So, is there any place you would love to travel to that you have not traveled to yet?
Oh, that's a big one. As funny as it sounds, I wouldn't mind going to Mexico, to where the original luchas came about, and just see their heritage. To be honest, yeah, Mexico definitely.
Obviously, for me, apart from wrestling in the States, I would love to wrestle in Japan.
Japan. That's one place.
As I mentioned earlier on, one of my coaches was an All Japan Pro Wrestling star. He still wrestles there.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go to Japan and wrestle for All Japan.
Yeah.
I'd wrestle for any Japanese company, really. But
just anyone that would take us, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's two places I would love to go.
Geek,
to.
I don't know if you saw that in the chat. The owner, the CEO, just said something.
Which one? What was it?
Okay. So what
was it, Joe?
There we go. The recent comment from Facebook.
The most recent one?
Yes.
On 29th of March.
Miners Mania. Rob
Thank you,
Bagwell will
Mr.
take
Barras.
on Nico.
Hey, we've got
That is exactly what I wanted. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Barras.
There we go. It's match
Brilliant.
confirmed. It's breaking news right now on Dudes at Ringside podcast. There you go.
So let's
Breaking
make it a
news.
little bit more fun. How about we do it as an I Quit match?
Ooh.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see
Breaking
if they pop up now, eh?
Now, like there we did that. It makes me think of WWE Universe mode.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct all the time.
Breaking news, Taylor Truths again.
Are you
Yes,
guys?
definitely
Gonna,
Taylor.
you guys gonna pick up the new WWE 2K22 when it comes out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%,
Definitely.
yeah.
What system?
Not sure yet, because we need to buy a PS4 and we need to buy a PS5 because I was broke.
If you buy a PS4,
So
let me know if you guys buy a PS4. I'll send you my PlayStation username, and you guys could add me on.
Yes,
cool.
brilliant.
Brilliant.
Play.
We'll
We can
do
play
that then.
online. Me and Geek are thinking about doing another show called Wrestling
Yeah.
with the Wrestlers, and we're gonna do 2K games.
We
So
are.
we'll
Oh,
play-
brilliant.
We already
Yes.
have another show.
I know, but this could be another show. Wrestling.
Hey,
with
we do one.
Do another show.
There's nothing stopping you from
Another
doing
show.
one.
There you go.
We have
Do
a
another
movie
more
show.
podcast.
breaking news on Dudes
We
at
have a movie
Ringside.
podcast about horny
More-
about movies, recent
Yeah.
movies that are coming out. Yep,
Yeah, more-
breaking
more-
news. Yeah.
More breaking
another
news?
show.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's breaking the
It's
news.
leaked
I
out.
wonder.
It's leaked.
Yes.
There you go.
So
But,
have you heard of any of the other indie promotions in England, like CPW, Coventry Pro? I mean, UK.
Yeah, I mean, we have heard of. We've reached out to quite a few companies, but at the moment, I mean,
well, it was just due to COVID, and like the traveling was like
yeah,
a little bit more like tiring on us.
the issue for us is because I have a full-time job as well.
Yeah.
As well as wrestling, so traveling to promotions that might be 4 or 5 hours drive away, it can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
So we are concentrating on CCW at the moment, but I do have a few other promotions lined up, and anything that comes our way, we would happily accept it.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anybody that you have met and you're like, oh wow, it's like in person, like any wrestler that you looked up to?
I haven't met no indie wrestlers, but I met William Regal when I was 17.
Wow.
And he was telling me, you know, keep doing what you're doing, girl, and you know, keep the au naturel look. You know, not many women have it, you know, and I'll be looking for you in the near future. And
awesome.
It humbled me to keep going, and I'm still waiting for him to contact me.
It's possible now because he's not in WWE anymore.
Another person that left WWE that it's a rising, like, was a mega star.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was a big shame. It was a really big shame. But let's see where he goes from there.
Yeah.
I mean, the door's always open for other promotions, really.
Yeah.
Anyone who picks him up, man, that's it, man. Because he's a gem. He's like probably one of the best minds in the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And you can't beat him saying war games. War games. People wait for that phrase.
I mean, as for me, I've met quite a lot of wrestlers in the past. I mean, I've had seminars with like the likes of Tajiri and quite a lot of the NXT UK stars like Flash Morgan Webster, Joseph Connors.
Wow.
Through the years, I've met guys like AJ Styles before he became like WWE, whilst he was still in TNA, when it was still TNA.
Yeah, me and Joe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really nice guys, really. I mean, I met Rockstar Spud, Drake Maverick, before he became like a big name, whilst he was still like a kid.
Really? Wow.
So, yeah.
Little Spud.
Yeah, little
Spud, right?
Little Spud, yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you the story before we went live. I met Gangrel. I was on the phone.
Yeah.
And this big shadow approached me, and I'm like, I look up, and I'm like, and there's this big shadow that says hi, and it's Gangrel with the fangs and everything.
Yeah,
and
he is intimidating, but he is a really lovely guy. Like,
he's a super.
I mean, I saw him and met him at one of the All-Star shows. I was being a manageress at, and he just stood. You know, when you're talking to someone, you just feel the presence behind you, and you're like, oh shoot, there's someone behind me. And I turn around and you just see this big burly man standing behind me. I'm like, oh, hi Gangrel.
I actually had a very similar experience back in I think it was 1993. I was only a kid, and my mum had taken me to watch the Heart Attack tour when they came to England. WWF at the time. Are we allowed to say WWF on?
Oh yeah, we can say.
Okay, great. Yeah, so WWF Heart Attack tour when they came to Hull Ice Arena. And I had accidentally managed to get somehow backstage. I don't know how it happened, but I was used to the ice arena, and I'd gone to use the bathroom and accidentally walked into a dressing room. And I turned around, and the Undertaker was stood there behind me.
Oh, jeez.
And I remember it vividly because I was only about like 8 or 9 years old, and this tower of a man was stood behind me. And he was the Undertaker, you know? And I don't know, I honestly can't say anything more than my heart went into my throat.
And you proper crapped your pants in.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a nice experience, a funny experience, actually, to look back on it. But yeah, he was a tower. He was an absolute tower.
Especially if you were an ant.
Yeah. Yeah, I was only little. I was like 8 or 9 years old at the time. So,
going by what James is saying, the people from CPW that's going to be that we're in or going to be in CCW, the other people you guys should look out for is Shode. She's a really good talent and really good with fans too. Kiara, she's
okay, yeah.
Alfie.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, Kiara actually, she trains not all the time, but she trains under the same coach as me, Marty Jones.
Oh yeah,
Squared Circle Wrestling Academy.
That's crazy.
When she can, yeah.
I think it's when she can because I think she travels quite a distance to get there. I mean, as do we. We have like over an hour and a half of traveling to get to training.
Yeah.
So we do our own thing as well. You know, we travel. We use a martial arts dojo because I've done martial arts since I was like 3 years old as well. So you know, we use a dojo that I'm quite familiar with, and we do our own thing.
So just mat wrestling basically, instead of using the ring all the time. Have we got any questions popping up?
Yeah, you're having a lot. So yeah, I was going to ask you, what's your favorite match of all time, you guys?
Like
in general.
In general, like wrestling or like what like we've watched or.
In general, like it could be any match, like anybody's.
Any match.
Like
one of them has to be Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. You know, I know it's a bit of a taboo name, but it was a really good match. Like they were absolutely insane. Like I was mesmerized. Like the technical ability was unreal, and I was like, holy crap, what have I just watched? You know what I mean? And you know, that stuck to me. That stuck to me since I could remember because it was just an amazing match. And the first ever women's hardcore match with Trish Stratus versus Victoria, that stuck in my mind as well because it was a vicious match.
Was that in the Garden or because I was there?
I think it was, yeah.
That was the one Survivor Series. I was at that match. I was at that.
Yeah,
show.
when Victoria got the mirror smashed in her face.
I think so. Yeah, I think that was in the Garden.
Yeah.
With the Elimination Chamber. I was there. So
that was
That's
the very
amazing.
first chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think, to be honest, with any match between Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart, they had really, really good chemistry in the ring. They could pull a 5-star match anytime.
Easily.
I mean, Bret Hart matches for me were amazing anyway. Up until he went to WCW, then I think he dropped off the face of the planet a little bit, really.
Yeah.
But any WWF match probably pre Hart Foundation, I could watch for hours.
Yeah.
You know, I think WrestleMania 9, where he wrestled Yokozuna,
That was just,
it was brilliant for me seeing that big heavy guy against the little guy, and yet Bret Hart still looked amazing in that match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't keen on the fact that Hogan came out afterwards and beat Yokozuna for the title, but you know.
Typical Hogan.
That was back in WrestleMania 9, so.
Yeah. No, Joe's not shaving the mustache off. It's a very
Oh.
No, leave it.
You don't know what's underneath it. It could be a no lip. I don't want to.
Alfredo, it's staying.
You know how the cartoons
He's a podcaster too.
off? You know when they take the glasses off and their eyes are connected to their glasses? We don't know what's under this mustache. It could be just flat nose.
No, you never know. You might not have a lip up under there.
Yeah, it'd be gone.
Make sure you follow our guest too.
You never know. You might have another mustache.
Yeah. The hand's gonna come through and punch the barber in the face.
Oh my God, yes.
Could be.
Oh yeah, someone's saying hi in the chat.
Hi guys. Oh my God, hi Claire.
Hi Claire.
Geek.
Wait, so what would you guys say your inspiration is to become a pro wrestler? Saying, I want to do this.
Wow.
Do you want to go?
I think it was watching the videos when I was a baby. Like my older brother, he was like an avid WWF fan, and every time he'd get new videos from the shops, he'd be like, "Oh, sister, come and come and watch them with me," and I'd be like, "All right, yeah," and I'd go and watch them. I'd be mesmerized, literally. Like I don't even remember, but it was like a couple of matches with like Kit Angle and stuff like that, and then you see like the like the women getting involved, like slapping, like Trish slapping Test, or like, it was just drama, and I was like, I really like this, and I've just been watching it since, and I just haven't stopped, and I was like, to be honest with you, I can do this, and I've never looked back since.
For me, I think it was my nana when I was younger. My nana was a big British wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
She used to go to all over the place. She used to travel all over the place to watch British wrestling. Like, like Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks, Johnny Saint, Marty Jones. And I mean, watching old videos, old VHS videos of British wrestling, it was like, yeah, I want to do this. I mean, I think every kid tries it out. There's the do not try this at home warning. But nobody listens to that. We always do it. We all try it. No. And then, now being trained by one of the people that I used to watch, like back on them videos, it's amazing.
It's mind blowing.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely mind blowing.
Summer versus Isaiah Brookside, when she wrestled, would have a 5-star classic. Then it was crazy. You almost fainted.
Wow, I'd love to wrestle Zaya. Honest to God, like
Zaya Brookside, yeah, that would be awesome.
Like I knew her like before she went to NXT and stuff. She used to be a good mate of mine, and she was just getting her foot in the door, and like she was getting about places in like different companies than me, and she's just a humble girl, and seeing what she can do now, it's like holy moly, I'd really want to get in the ring with her, and if it could happen, then I'd jump on the bandwagon 100%.
Yeah, first time I saw her, she was in the Mae Young Classic, and that was she killed it in that too. So like,
she was insane.
She only must have improved by now. So she's probably
definitely
110 times.
I've seen a couple of her videos recently, and she's been kicking butt really well. Yeah.
Who would you choose to have a retirement match with?
Oh,
I'm not ready to retire yet, James. I'm not ready to retire yet.
Neither am I. But it's still young in the career.
To be honest, I have a son who's going to be 14 years old this year, and I think if I was to choose a retirement match, I would have a match with my son. He trains wrestling. He trains wrestling in Malta, and he's pretty good.
I think you like it, couldn't he?
I would have the match. I would want to have the match with my son, really.
Yeah.
But a second close would probably be one of the Working Class Militia. They're a tag team that we have in CCW. Couple of really good wrestlers. They're actually wrestling for the tag team titles on the 26th of March.
Which we're rooting for.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really good match. But I think both of them, like, I would love to have a singles match with both of them. I actually wrestled them in a tag team last month.
They're just incredible.
But they are amazing workers.
Yeah.
They're really good workers.
Would you bring your son to CCW?
Yeah, of course I would.
100% for us.
Definitely I would, yeah. In fact, he's actually coming to the UK in June or July this year, so let's try and get him sorted out with something.
Yeah.
But not the retirement match, though.
You guys said you guys are like family. That probably would make it even more of a family because if it's second generation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we do have up and coming second generation wrestlers in CCW. Like, for example, we have one of the guys who is actually a coach at CCW, Dustin Hart. He's the Heart of the Heritage. He has his son training with us.
Yeah.
Ronnie Thatcher
has his daughter.
He has his daughter training with us. Then there's Prince Dagon, who's actually a nasty little character, but his son is training as well. So there are a lot of up and coming, like second generation wrestlers that we are going to have.
Damn.
In a few good years or so, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's say, I mean...
Can you give future wrestlers advice on how to bump?
How to bump? Yeah, just keep working at it. You know, try not to fear, like... Try not to think about the hard fall at the end of it, but try and land as safely as physically possible. Keep your feet pointed up to the sky. You know, when you do a back bump, your feet should be pointed right up to the ceiling.
And always tuck your chin on a big move.
Tuck your chin into your chest.
I've heard that.
Don't do the silly mistake I did and bite your tongue, because I've done that a few times.
No.
Yeah, I've heard that from multiple wrestlers that tuck your chin in to go through a table.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you go through a table or if you land on the ring. Always tuck your chin into your chest, because if you hit your head on the, I mean, we all know that a wrestling ring it's not a boxing ring, but it is hard.
It's
still hard to land on. It's not a trampoline at the end of the day.
No.
You know, we've got a solid steel ring with wooden boards and maybe about 1.5 inches of padding. On top of the padding, it's canvas that's pulled tight. So
you've got cables for ropes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got cables for ropes. I mean, it's an impactful landing. If you come off a powerbomb or something and you don't land correctly, you're going to do some serious damage.
That's why if you somehow like want to play, if you're in training and you feel like you want to take a power bomb, always bump like that with your hands behind your head. So you like that basically when you land. So you land flat, so your neck is still protected. So that's a good one for me. As a couple of years ago, I went through a table and I didn't really tuck my chin, so I got hurt. So it's a must. Always put your hands behind your neck if you're not comfortable. Always.
Always tuck the chin. I learned that the hard way.
Yes, definitely, Amisha.
So, yes.
Actually, Amisha is one of the trainees at CCW. I've heard she's coming along very well. Looking forward to seeing what she can do in the future, actually.
Can't wait to get in the ring with her.
There we go.
Joe, this is one of the shows we have to go to now if we go to England.
Yeah, now we
definitely. I mean, it's a family show. I mean, it's family run business, and everybody on the roster. I mean, we didn't know anyone when we walked through the door in CCW back in September last year. We didn't know anyone, and it had been all communication through Facebook and through Instagram, through WhatsApp.
And we literally went there and we felt like we fitted in instantly. It was crazy because we didn't know anyone except James, because he was the only one Rob was speaking to. And I was like, well, I don't know anyone. It was Rob that's doing all the talking. So I went in there. Well, we went in there. We were a bit like, hi, we're your new talent. We don't know what we're doing, but hi.
They just welcomed us with open arms.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a family. It was like a family from day one.
Yeah.
You know, we both know that if we ever need to talk to any of them, we can.
Yeah, 100% Dustin.
Thank you, Dustin. Dustin's actually our CCW Undergrounders champion at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll keep it for a very long time because he deserves it.
Awesome.
So he would be a very good guy to get on your podcast as well.
Definitely.
He's got a
lot of experience and a lot of stories.
Yeah.
We'll have to definitely keep up to date with the
definitely.
Because British time, American time, like you say, 8 o'clock. We meant like 2 o'clock, but it's 8 o'clock. You guys,
yeah.
Whatever.
It is a little bit hard, but you guys made it work with us, so I'm sure you can make it work again.
We try to do international weekends, which is we have a big fan base across the pond, so we try to do a 2
kind of make our British family and friends happy, so they want to come and watch this all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys, we're doing a show at 8 o'clock. You guys are sleeping.
So yeah, but you're always welcome. You're always welcome in the chat.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, too right. Yeah.
Wrestler.
You guys just need to get your backsides down to CCW at one point, 100%.
Oh
Definitely.
There's another wrestler.
And if we're ever in the States, we'll give you a call.
Oh, please.
We'll just blow up your Instagram. We'll blow up your Instagram and be like, guys, where are you? We're at so-and-so place. Come and meet us. We'd actually speak to us in person.
We love pizza and we
we'll
love
take you to
tacos.
great in New York. We'll take you to the great pizza.
Yeah?
places.
Oh, there's some good
Sounds
pizza.
great.
So
Pizza
many.
places.
Sounds brilliant.
We're known for the pizza.
There's another wrestler that you guys should keep an eye out and maybe try to get him to come to CCW. Riley Measures.
Okay.
Not really heard of him.
Not
Really.
heard of him, but we'll look him up.
Yeah.
He's really
I
good.
think he's one of the tag team champions. He's
He's a tag team champion.
Okay.
Cool.
FTGU, Joe?
Yeah, FT is it FTGU?
FTGU, I think.
Yeah,
is the tag team.
FTGU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look for him. We'll.
Yeah.
I think he's a high
Yeah,
flyer.
check
Sometimes you see pictures
him out.
of the drop kicks
Yeah.
and stuff like that. He's a good wrestler. Like we've had him on. We had him on twice, right, Geek? Was it twice we had him on?
I think he had it once. No, it was once.
Once when we had him on for Geek's
No,
birthday.
no, we had twice. We did have him on twice, actually.
Yeah, for Geek's birthday.
Cool.
It was Geek's birthday, and he was kind of whispering. He's like, "Everybody's sleeping in my house, guys." We're like, what do you mean? And then I looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh,
That's why.
oh, right."
Whoopsies.
My God. But at least he came.
I don't think asked Rob about Bat Pigeon. I don't know. He just wants me to.
Oh my
Bat Pigeon.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Bat Pigeon is a.
Is our superhero.
He's our little
CCW.
superhero. Powers up with his pigeon seed and gives everybody
The Peck of Doom.
the peck of doom. Yeah, yeah, he's becoming quite popular actually.
The kids love him.
He needs to stop eliminating himself from rumbles though. He needs to stay in there and stop jumping over the top rope when his bird seed is thrown at him.
Yeah. He comes out with his magic seed, gives it, eats a little bit, and then all of a sudden this Peck of Doom comes out of nowhere, and he pecked about 7 people, and he proper knocked him out. It was crazy.
Yeah, he's a really popular character with the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Well, with everyone really. I mean, everybody backstage loves him.
I mean, he's Batman, but he's a pigeon. So it's even better.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Now he needs a tag team partner. He needs a tag team partner now.
Like, what would his tag team? Was a pigeon? Oh, a rat. Because New York would be a New York mascot. Because pigeons and rats are like the New York staple.
Superman? I don't know.
Yeah, so we could do Super Rat.
Yeah, Super Rat. Yeah.
Rat Pigeon and Super Rat.
The New Yorker rat. Oh, there you go.
Well, if you come to New York, there's the pigeon. There's always pigeons everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's pigeons everywhere.
Form their own little group. They can have Wonder Unicorn or something as well.
Yeah, so that'd be a guy in a trench coat with a messed up hat. That's like their manager.
Yeah,
pizza bar.
Crazy guy
definitely.
Put on.
What?
And Taylor, yeah, we will book you a ticket. You can come and get pizza with us with the guys, 100%.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, what is your guys' favorite food?
Oh,
everything really.
You're everything.
I mean, I eat pretty much everything. Put anything in front of me and I'll eat it. Don't know really, to be honest. I mean, I'll go for pizzas quite often. But if you get a takeout, it's always pizzas or fried chicken.
Mm.
Yeah, I go for more like the classic Toby's Carvery, with the big roast dinners, and you just get to fill your plate with absolutely everything and just gorge yourself. It's great. Absolutely great.
Cake.
Oh, yeah, I do like cake as well.
Yeah, Taylor, definitely cake. You can bring us some on the next show.
Yeah. Hint.
Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake for me.
You can mail them to the States.
Is it like double chocolate cake or just single chocolate with like vanilla in the middle? Which one's like the double chocolate or like the vanilla in the middle?
Oh.
Sticky toffee. It's probably, I would say, chocolate fudge cake.
Yeah.
Really thick icing. Really thick chocolate fudge icing.
Yeah. With a nice covering of it over the top as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the dudes know about battered Mars bars? No, but that does sound good.
That sounds delicious.
Rob's had one. Rob's had one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you go to these fish and chip shops. Mainly you get them in Scotland. Actually, we were up in Scotland a few weeks ago, and I had a battered Mars. It's basically
a normal Mars bar.
It's a normal Mars bar that's been deep fried in fish batter.
Oh,
absolutely amazing.
Sounds freaking.
It's like the McDonald's apple pies.
Yeah.
Basically like that, but a Mars bar.
Oh.
It's not my cup of tea, guys. He loves them.
No, I love them.
I was about to say, if it's a regular candy bar, you could always mail it to us. But if it's fried, it'll probably get really bad.
Yes.
That's not a good idea.
I'm
Joe.
sure you could, if you've got a fryer at home, I'm sure you could possibly try it yourselves.
Air fry? What,
Maybe.
you think we're working in air fryer?
I don't know. You know,
I'm not sure. Possibly, you can always give it a try.
It might work in the the oil fryers instead. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe.
I wish I had an air fryer at home, but those are so messy. We have air fryers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you can always give it a try. It might
you
work.
can try it. Yeah.
I mean, you might end up with a melted Mars bar in the air fryer, but
We'll apologise in advance if it doesn't work with your air fryer, but
Yeah.
hey ho.
Don't take advice. It's like disclaimer: don't take advice from Rayne.
I mean, if you really want to try it, then go ahead. Just be prepared for the cleanup.
Oof. Got a question in the chat, Deacons.
We had questions. How do you feel about the fans? Something to do with Ryan.
Oh, the fans.
You can answer that one first.
Claire, absolutely amazing. I mean, your children worship me, and I worship them. And it's just like I said before we went live. I come out, and a handful of them come flocking to me and hug me. I'm like, oh. It proper warms my heart thinking oh my goodness, that I've actually made their day. If I'm coming out bouncing and poppy and they're like, oh my God, she's got my energy as well. You know what I mean? I absolutely adore the fans. And they actually helped me at the last show because I was getting my butt kicked quite a lot, and they were just screaming my name, Soma. And literally I flew straight back up. I was like, I'm not having this. And I tried beating her, but unfortunately I was unsuccessful. But if it wasn't for the fans, I wouldn't have got back up, you see. But I adore the fans.
Yeah, I mean, even me. I mean, the fans are what makes wrestling.
Yeah.
It's all about the fans. If there's no fans, there's no wrestling at the end of the day. I mean, I've always been face. All the time, every wrestling promotion I've wrestled for, I've been face. I just love the crowd interaction, the interaction with all. You've got all these little kids out there. They aspire to be wrestlers. Yeah. They just love. They love us, and we love them.
Yeah,
just alike.
As much, yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I'll always make time for the fans, regardless of anything else. I will always make time for the fans.
Yeah, always.
It's always good to know that the fans, wrestlers are always.
Would you consider
for support?
The fans are always there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always very even though you're not at the show, you could always support them other ways, buying merchandise at the shows and stuff.
Buy a t-shirt on 8x10,
buy stickers,
yeah.
Take a picture with the fans and stuff like that. That's why I love indie wrestling.
Definitely.
Even though you can't go to the show, you always can support them in other directions by buying an 8x10. And giving them nice messages and saying,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Just to go on to what Taylor Truth said about the mixed tag run, we actually had our first match in CCW. As Taylor knows, because Taylor is a big friend of ours, we actually wrestled the Pandemic Priests as a tag team.
At the
very first CCW show. Now, it was supposed to be a handicap match. But I was attacked the night before by the priests. They beat me with a chair. They attacked me on a live feed. So I was a little bit under the weather for the show. They attacked me again on the show, and Summer came out for the rescue. Well, not for the rescue, but
the legit rescue. I dove off the top rope and squished one of them.
Yeah, she cross-bodied one of them off the top rope. The fans went absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think, to be honest, I mean, there is a really big range of talent in CCW, but I think that they wouldn't have experienced anything like us as a tag team yet.
Yeah.
So I think it would be something to look forward to for the future.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
And who knows? I mean, former women's champion, maybe she gets the CCW Tag Team Championship belt as well.
You just never know.
I was about to say, James is here in the chat. Do you think you guys would ever come up with an intergender tag team titles?
Anything's possible in CCW.
Yeah, you just never know. I mean, we've just planted the seed in his head, and thanks for that.
Yeah,
yeah, we've got. I mean, we've got so many different. There's so many different ideas like flying around for titles. Now, I don't know if James wants to mention anything on here, but we have the Underground Championship, which is our heavyweight championship. It's our world title. There's the Pitbro Women's Championship. There's the tag team titles, and there's the Light in the Dark Championship. Now, the Light in the Dark Championship was defended. It was defended for the first time at the last show. The new Light in the Dark champion is Morgan Daly. You know, if I get an opportunity at that title, I'll go for that.
He's another guy. He's another guy to get on your podcast, Morgan Daly. He's an absolute star.
Yeah, like, he's 18 years old. He's the most flamboyant kid you've ever met.
But he's seriously talented.
Yeah,
seriously talented.
Amazingly talented. He's one of the up and coming stars.
100%.
That's awesome.
Definitely. Is there any dream opponents that you two would love to face together as an intergender match? Like, because I see like Cody and Brandy versus you two. Live.
I wouldn't say Cody. I wouldn't say Cody and Brandy. I'd be a bit more like
Edge and Beth.
Edge and Beth. That's not a bad choice either. You know?
Yeah, come on, Vince. Get us booked for WrestleMania.
Oh gosh. You never know. That door's open in AEW. You never know, guys. They come together.
Yeah, you never know.
There's so many doors open. I mean, it's like there's always going to be opportunities there. You just got to be in the right place at the right time, and that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah, totally. Like, James just said Triple H and Stephanie.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly. James, if you want to book that, then that's fine, no problem.
I mean,
if you want to cough up the money, it's fine.
Oh gosh.
I mean, if Tess didn't pass away, it'd be Trish and Test. I'd say as well.
Yeah.
Trish and Test for sure.
Gangrel and Luna.
Gangrel and Luna. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, I'd run a mile. If I saw those two coming out.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't get out to the ring. I would just stay backstage. Like, they've won it already. Let's just stay here.
I'll just stand in the ring like this.
You win.
I peed my pants. I can't compete. I'm so sorry.
I can't compete. No.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't wrestle in wet stuff. No.
Yeah.
No, but they'd be good opponents as well. Yeah.
Did you watch the behind the ring thing with Luna? I didn't get a chance to catch it yet, but I heard it's insane.
Yeah.
That was unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Oh jeez, Kane and Lita.
Oh god, Kane and Lita.
Not Kane and Lita.
Not Kane and Lita.
Matt and Lita.
Yeah, Matt and Lita.
Yeah.
Matt and Lita.
I got a chance to meet Matt Hardy at an autograph signing before WrestleMania. And I told Matt I'm a big fan I am of Lita.
Yeah, there you go, Martin Lita.
Yes, Dustin.
After Mania, he's leaving these glass windows that they have outside the garden.
Yeah.
And I go, "What's up, Matt? What's up?" And he looks over at his bag. And then Lita's walking with her bag, and she's like, he taps her on the back. She's like, he turns around. I guess he tells her how much I love her. And she goes like this. I can't get my phone out of my whatever I had it in. I was like, just right at me like this.
I
couldn't figure out what pocket my phone was. My
no, that's got to be an experience though.
Click camera, that 90s click camera that you could do.
Yeah.
All right. So, what did your parents think when you told them you want to become a professional wrestler?
Yeah, my mum didn't really want me to because I was doing quite dangerous sport anyway because I was doing trampolining from a very young age as well. Because obviously that's like dangerous enough as it is. And then I had to like step back from that from an injury. And then I was like, Mum, what about professional wrestling? She was like, no, you're not. I was like, okay. And then I ended up going training. And she like let me go training, and I came back saying how much I loved it, and she was starting to get into it and stuff. But she's still not 100% fussed because I'm not saying she refuses, but she just prefers not to come to me shows because she doesn't like to see a baby getting hurt. So Yeah. She still doesn't really agree, but she still supports me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum's slightly different there because my mum, she didn't really support it at first, but now she's in the crowd. Like, if she gets the chance to be in the crowd, screaming out for me and shouting at the heels, shouting at my opponents, she'll be there.
Yeah.
She does think, she does have this opinion now that I'm maybe getting a little bit too old for wrestling, but I don't care. I'm not that old.
It depends on how you feel.
I feel great.
I'm saying, like, depending on your feeling, because it's your career. Like, if you still feel like you can go for like 2 or 3 more years,
do it.
I've got another 10, 15 years left in me. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Your body feels. If you get up the next morning after a show and your back hurts, you know that the match was really good. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if you're not aching after a match, you must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with training, if you're not aching after training, you're not bumping properly.
Yeah, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest advice that you received from someone is?
It was me with William Regal. Just be yourself. Don't follow the crowd and like cake yourself in makeup, and don't get injections. Don't like get breast implants, and don't be one of those wannabe Barbies. Just be who you want to be. And like, I've always been myself. I've never been a fan of makeup. And like, I've got this far without using like any of the typical cosmetic stuff because it's not me. And that I really took that to heart when he was just saying, not to like follow the crowd, just be who you want to be. And I've been there, and I am who I am now, and I'm proud to be. You know what I mean?
Totally. That's a good thing with you going, Rob.
Yeah, for me, I think it was back in Pro Wrestling Malta, Johnny Valletta. He gave me so much advice. But most of it was about training. If you don't train hard, you don't get anywhere. If you go into a match and you're blown up after the first 2 minutes, you shouldn't even be in the ring to start with.
Exactly.
So he used to work a lot on drills with us. Like bumping drills and
cardio drills,
yeah. Japanese style drills, which is, the Japanese style drills like killed most of us. But he would make sure that we were fit to be in that ring. And if we weren't fit to be in that ring, we wouldn't get in the ring.
Nope, not until he said you were ready.
Exactly. He's going all over the world now. He wrestles everywhere.
There's a cracking UK mixed match with Robin Leakme versus Laurie.
Yeah, maybe.
Could work.
Another one that I don't know if you guys ever had is Laurie. She's another big.
No, we haven't had her.
We haven't had her, but we've heard of her. We know who she is.
We know who Laurie is.
Yeah.
I was trying to work with her.
She's a big name. She's a big
name in the UK. We want her on the Dudes at Ringside so bad. But it's
pester her even more, guys.
What's that?
Just pester her a little bit more.
Also, what I want to say there is
she'll take my glasses and just go.
She'll smash them.
Yeah, probably. Also, what I want to say there is the guy that actually made the comment on that. He's been a thorn in my side since I joined CCW. He's always trying to get me a good beating every single time I get in the ring. So that could be another thing. He's trying to get me another beating there. So, Lord Stone, just watch yourself there.
Oh, there you go.
Could be another couple of little proteges for you there.
Well, he is on the same subject of Lord Stone. His dress sense is very like
flamboyant.
Yeah, Elton John / crack unicorn.
Okay.
Disco ball, yeah.
Literally, like he wore like a silver checkered jacket with rainbow checkered pants. I'm like, how does that work? And at the Halloween show in October, I called him a piss take of Elton, basically, and a rainbow unicorn. And everybody in the crowd started shouting "Rainbow Unicorn," and it was great.
He still got a smack in the mouth at the end of the show, didn't he?
Oh, he got a smack in the mouth for sure.
Yeah, he interfered in my match. I was against Palmer, the Necessary Evil, and I was just going up to the second rope to hit my finisher. I had the match won, and Lord Stone decided he's going to grab my ankle. So he grabbed my ankle. I lost the match. I had to come down.
Swipe grabbed his shoulder and smacked him in the mouth.
Yeah, so give him a right good slap in the mouth.
Nice big pop.
Big smack in the teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've done that to a few people, aren't you? Our very first match in CCW, you know, when we wrestled the Pandemic Priests, they're Reverend David Dudes, should I say?
Yes.
He got kicked in the mouth.
Yeah.
He grabbed Summer's leg and she turned around and kicked him straight in the face. He's still talking about it today.
So it must have been a good one.
we're like more than 6 months on and he's still talking about it. So
I think he's cruising for another one, to be honest.
I think so, yeah.
They say in the States, cruising for a bruising.
Cruising for a bruising, well and truly, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So who made your gear? I noticed your gear is like flannel and like almost checkerboard and stuff like that.
A lady named Sue Thompson. I've been going to her for a good few years now, and I decided to do the half and half because, you know, my hair's half and half, you know, and I thought I may as well just jazz it up a little bit and put it on, you know, like put the colours on opposite sides. And because my favourite colour is orange, I just found the checkered design. I was like, I have to get that, definitely. And she's really good. She's very, 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 very reliable. She's super duper friendly. She knows her stuff. She made Rob's new gear, and
I've got another 2 sets of gear on the way as well from her.
Two new gears on the way. And big shout out to Sue Thompson. Just thought I'd let you all guys know that if you need gear, contact her on Facey, and she really does know her stuff.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, I actually designed my gear. The gear that I'm wearing at the moment, obviously not right now, but when I wrestle in CCW, I designed that gear on WWE 2K19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And she managed to copy it.
Couldn't get any ideas in my head, so I thought I'd go through that and have a good look and see what I can find. And she managed to
legit copy
change it very slightly, but it looks 100 times better. I mean, the material she uses is absolutely amazing. Some of the best. I've had a lot of wrestling gear, and I've got to say the material she uses is
incredible.
Like the best quality you can find.
Yeah.
So I would recommend her to anyone.
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny that you made your gear on 2K19. That's like literally I've been playing that the entire pandemic because 2K20.
Now you gotta find him, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2K20, I couldn't design the gear on it because it's not the same materials. But yeah, 2K19 was the best one for me.
Now I gotta, when I get the game, I'm gonna wait a little bit to see how many. Well, think about it. The UK, they'll already be playing the game for like 24 hours. So the British creators,
unless it comes out a different date, though.
Yeah, because I got mine. I pre-ordered mine, and I got of course, I have to get mine the deluxe edition because I have to get all.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I get all the fun Rey Mysterio stuff. Hello.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Hello. Cover with Ray's mask on it. What? So like, I'm gonna be like going on all the British pages. Did anybody make Rob Bagwell yet?
And Summer.
And Summer.
Well, I'll be making it as soon as I get the game. I'll be making it myself.
Well, your son will be making it anyway, won't
Oh
he?
yeah, most likely, yeah.
Oh, just let me know, like you. Oh, of course, I'll send you my username on PlayStation. So that's
definitely, yeah.
Because I learned the hard way when one of the guys that made, downloaded my guy and my grandfather. He was like, I told him I can't find any of your creations, and he's like, I have to add you now, because that's the thing about PlayStation. You could whoever you're friends with, if they're a creator, you can look up by creator's name and it pops up automatically.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah. One of the good things about these games nowadays, I mean, like I've always created as long as I can remember, I've created my own characters. So.
Yeah, do you guys? This is my final question. Do you guys have any stories from the ring or training or the road or anything? Any funny stories?
You've got to seriously put the effort in. If you really want to make it in this business, you've really got to put your heart and soul into it. You know, no messing. Literally, like, yes, you can obviously have a life outside wrestling, but if you're really, really, really passionate, like we are, you've got to seriously put the hard work in, put the training in, make sure you invest in yourself 100% with the, with the best gear makers. Sue Thompson, just keep up with really good gears and get yourself a gimmick that works for you. And if it works for the crowd, brilliant. If it doesn't work for the crowd, you're probably going to be a heel. But either way, you can try and work both ways if possible. Like I'm happily a tweener 100%. I can flick between heel and face. But at the minute, I love being face due to the fans. The fans make me want to be a nice person. I mean, I'm a nice person in real life, but my character's usually a bit of a nasty pasty. But I love being around the fans, and they bring out the nicer side of me. So it's easier being a little bit more of a face now than a heel. But yeah.
And I like to say I'm John Cena. I'm never going to be a heel. I'm always going to be a face. I can't be that character, where I hate the crowd or where the crowd hates me, because I just come across when I'm in the ring. The crowds they just like me for some reason. They just like what I do in the ring. And as you said about stories, like, for example, I remember wrestling actually in Pro Wrestling Malta. We did a charity event, and it was a 3-day long charity event. We had 2 shows per day, and I'm talking like Maltese heat, Mediterranean heat. So we had this little tent to change in, but we had set up the ring. So I went in for the main event, and I'm like, we're talking like 35, 36 degrees Celsius.
Jeez.
I'd been outside. I'd gone for a little run. I'd come back, and I was bright red. I don't tan. I burn. So I went in for this match, and I got the crap chopped out of me. I won the match, but I could not put my arms down after the match because I was so badly burned. I remember seeing a photograph of this when the guy I was wrestling against, he hit me with a drop kick right in the face. And I remember taking the bump from that and realizing that the sunburn hurt more than the bump.
Oh, jeez.
And that was on the second day as well. So I had another day to go. Wrestling. Luckily, the third day I was in a tag team match. So
the pressure was off a little bit.
I just didn't bother tagging in. I just tagged in at the very last minute, did what I needed to do, and won the match. But yeah, still, it's these experiences that build you up as a character.
Yeah.
You got to take the good with the bad in wrestling.
Oh, and criticism. If someone says something about your match, like when you go back into the locker room and you're like, guys, did any of you watch my match? Some people say, yeah, I did, or sorry, mate, I didn't see much. Like, if and then you say, is there something I can work on? You don't take it to heart. You'd be like, oh, right, I, bumped a funny way, or I didn't sell long enough, or like, I used the wrong hand, or, something very trivial.
Something you can work on, at the end of the day.
And then it's just a lot easier, like, to take it on the chin than take it to heart, because it's only people helping you improve as a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way, because when people started correcting me, I was going on a bit of defense, and then I realized, oh wait, I need to stop being defensive. I need to be like, all right, okay, thanks for the advice. And that's why I say to other people now, if you want my advice, if I've seen your match, I can tell you little bits that that I find that was a little bit out of place, and people respect that, and it's good for that.
Definitely, it's good. It's good in the wrestling business not to have any animosity towards anybody else as well.
Yeah.
If you come across as a good person, as a good-hearted person, people will then come to you for advice.
Yeah.
But if you come across whereas, I don't care, do what you want, I'm here to do my own thing, people are not going to come to you for advice, not going to give you advice either.
No.
At the end of the day, we're out there. We're out there as a team, really. And that's what CCW is. CCW is not only a team, they're a family. They're a family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to say, like, at the end of the day, the last show and the next show, we're doing it for Carnage.
Yeah.
But I know that he's up there watching us.
Grinning from ear to ear.
Like, he's correcting us. He's
correcting us.
He's giving
instead,
He's giving us his feedback from up there.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with podcasting too, because me and Joe, people have like experienced podcasters have told me and Joe in the past. It's like, guys, you might not want to do this, or you might not want to do that.
Yeah.
And I take it to heart, because what I mean by take it to heart is I listen and I pay attention to what they're saying, because they know. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they know, because they're more experienced than we are, so they know the business and everything. They know what works, what doesn't work. So
sometimes I get like,
he gets a little bit agitated. It's like, why did they say that? But I'm like, Joe, they're just trying to help us. You know,
I sometimes feel like that when they're trying to give us advice. Sometimes I'm like, I haven't been doing this that long, but like I feel that sometimes it doesn't feel like they're bringing you in the corner and trying to tell you, okay, you did this. It feels like they grabbed the microphone and said, okay, you do this, and this.
You've got to learn to watch. You have to learn to watch for what is constructive criticism and watch what is just criticism.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they could be doing. They're seeing you doing something different. I mean, CCW had a lot of issues when they first started up, because they were doing things differently to everybody else. Differently does not necessarily mean better or worse. You know, they were doing things that no other promotion was doing. And
we've all learned from it, and now we're even better. I mean, we're doing
sold-out shows.
Yeah.
Now we're getting sellout shows. We've got people who desperately want to come and wrestle at CCW. We've got crowds. We can't get big enough venues for the amount of people that want to buy tickets. So keep doing what you're doing and learn what is constructive criticism and where you can develop. Really.
Yeah.
But I think you're doing a pretty good job, guys.
Thank you.
Look at that. Oh my God, my two favorite podcasts right there. Dudes at Ringside and Robin Summer right there.
Hey.
Make sure you give him a follow, Josh. You know,
just give him a big follow. These guys are worth it.
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook.
Yes.
Definitely give these two a follow. They're good people, and like fans, keep an eye. American wrestling fans, we're talking to you. You guys keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out for us.
Definitely keep 100%. An eye out for us. We'll be there in the future.
We'll make sure of it.
I'm sorry, everyone in the chat. If you're not following Rob and Summer, please give them a big follow right now.
Yes, please do.
Thanks for that.
If you're not following the Dudes at Ringside podcast, please
do it as well. Do that as well.
Definitely follow them.
So
100%.
Do you have their Instagram link, Geek? Do you have it?
We have. Yes.
Have you got them? Yeah.
What do we got?
I thought you saw it on the.
I think they just wanted to cover. You guys wanted to get your promotion over. So which is
we want to get the promotion over.
There you go. CCW.
And I mean, anybody can find us on Instagram. I'm on Rockstar Rob Bagwell,
and I'm the Fiery Vixen Summer Rayne.
Awesome.
All one word, and we'll soon pop up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But follow these guys as well. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anywhere that our fans, if they want to buy any of your merch, where can they find any of your merchandise?
They can contact us on Instagram. They can direct messages on Instagram.
That's the easiest option.
That's the best option up to now. Yeah.
Okay. As we're not able to set up a website just yet due to funding and finding the right platform. So just contact us by Instagram, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. 100%.
And do you guys have any upcoming shows that for people in the UK that could come find you to watch?
Yeah, we've got shows every month with CCW. So the next one is going to be on the 26th of March.
Unfortunately, it's sold out. But the next show, as soon as it's advertised, get your tickets.
But it will be on live.
Yes.
It'll be on Facebook Live as well.
So you can
watch it there as well.
You'll be able to watch it for free.
That's going to be at the Glebe Centre in Merton. And then we've got other shows booked with CCW. Just keep an eye out on our pages, and we'll keep posting updates. post updates of shows. Anything new we get booked for, we'll be posting them as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Ryan, make sure you give these guys a follow too.
Yes.
So,
Give them a big follow. Elbow the follow button.
Definitely.
Blow it up for us.
Yes. Throw up the rock symbol and follow him.
Robin, we want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
It's no worries at all.
Thank you.
You guys have been awesome this whole podcast.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic.
You know?
So,
I'm Metal Geek.
I'm Joe Panther III, and
I'm Summer Rain.
And I'm the Rockstar Rob Bagwell.
And we will catch you in the next one.